Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail, and we're continuing here in Carrickfergus, and as you can see the castle is just in front of us, Carrickfergus Castle, and of course it has a fantastic history, and I've talked about the castle in earlier videos that I've done, so you can check them out. And some of the buildings here are fantastic. You can see this is Governor's Place, and a fantastic building. And this one here, this street here, is actually named in remembrance of the Earl of Essex. It's called Essex Street. And the Earl of Essex actually arrived in Carrickfergus in 1573, and he was appointed as Governor of Ulster by Elizabeth I in 1574. And what you're looking at here is actually an almshouse in Carrickfergus, and there's a wee inscription up here. It says, if you can read it, Elderman Gill's Almshouses, and it's erected 1842. So that was erected in 1842. Fantastic to still have this structure, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. And this is actually Sailor's Row that we're just walking towards now, as you can see. And there's the wee inscription of it, Sailor's Row. But that's not why we're here. The reason why we're here today is to talk about the origin of Methodism in Carrickfergus. Now, if I was to ask you who introduced Methodism into Carrickfergus, you would probably say John Wesley. And that would be a good guess, but it would be wrong. Because believe it or believe it not, but the origins of Methodism in Carrickfergus have actually been traced to the decision by some soldiers in the 42nd Regiment, that's a Black Watch, which is a Scottish regiment, to establish a Methodist meeting in the town, and this was around 1752. So that actually shocked me whenever I read that. It wasn't Wesley who established Methodism in Carrickfergus, but it was actually some soldiers from the Black Watch. So incredible, isn't it? Now, John Wesley did visit here. In fact, he made the first of his 8 visits here in 1756, and so he was here 8 times. And you can see part of the old wall there. And in some of the places where the Join Mount Palace used to be, the wall is absolutely fantastic, near the bowling green. There's a lot of it left, it's fantastic. Now, by 1765, there were 30 Methodists in Carrickfergus, and that increased to around 80 by 1823. But it wasn't John Wesley who introduced Methodism in Carrickfergus, but it was actually soldiers from the Black Watch, although John himself was here on 8 occasions. And this here is what's known as Irish Gate. There was a gate here, and it led to the Irish Quarter, which is out there beyond the wall. Of course, it's not there now, but it says here, the steps here lead down to the foundations of the Irish Gate, one of 2 main 17th century gateways into Carrickfergus. This was named Irish Gate because it led to the Irish Quarter, a late 17th century suburb located outside the town walls. And you can see a wee painting there of what it might have looked like of the Irish Quarter. And this is where Irish Gate was then. And down here takes you into the town centre. But this is what's left of Irish Gate. And of course, at the far end of the town, which is away in that direction, you had what's known as Scotch Quarter. So you had Irish Quarter and Scots Quarter. There you can see the wall. And the only other place that I know of in Northern Ireland, possibly all of Ireland, that has a better wall that's left of the original town is Derry/Londonderry, but certainly, so the walls are fantastic in Derry, there's no doubt about it, but we still have the walls here too, at least some of them, in Carrickfergus, and I've run right round the walls. And as I say, up at the bowling green, at the back of the John de Courcy shopping centre, the walls are actually fantastic. There you can see Irish Gate. And so it was soldiers of the Black Watch here that established Methodism in the town before John Wesley, actually 2 years before John Wesley arrived here. And what we have today is the fruits of that, which is this. Of course, we know the building's not the church. The church is the people, those who have been born again of the Spirit of God. But this is the present day Methodist Church in Carrickfergus. The fruits of the labours of those early Black Watch soldiers, and also those 8 visits by John Wesley to the town. It's more like a castle, isn't it? It's fantastic. So we'll have a wee look in. There's a plaque there, if I can zoom in on that, if I can read that. Which I can't really. It's Reverend Paul Kensington, I think that is. There you are. So there you go. That's the Methodist Church in Carrickfergus, and so I'll give you a wee view of the side of it here. You can see the round. It's more like a porthole, isn't it, of a ship? Fantastic. So there you go. So we have the Black Watch to thank for bringing Methodism and bringing the gospel through the Methodists to Carrickfergus. So thank you for watching, and God bless.